Every tool has a purpose. And so one of the tricks of building something or destroying something is to grab the tool that you need specifically for that purpose. Some tools are really good at one thing, but they're not very good at something else. All right, let's look at some of these different hammers and what they're called and how you use them. This here, you'll notice this hammer, it has a handle. It has this neck up here like this. It has what they call the face, the front of the hammer that you're going to hit something with. So every hammer has these basic parts to them. You got the face of the hammer, that's what you're going to strike something with. You have the neck, which is right behind the face. You have the cheeks of the hammer. And then you have the eye, that's the hole into which you fasten the handle. All of that together is the head of the hammer. So you have the head of the hammer. The back side of the head of the hammer would be a claw, or they call it a peen. A ball peen hammer will have a smaller ball, a smaller striking point on the back side of that hammer to work with metal and the sorts. You have the face of the hammer right here. That's the face. You got the neck right there. You have the cheeks. The sides would be these sides right here. They're usually smooth and on the side. That's usually where hammer companies will stamp the brand, the name of the type of hammer. You have the eye. Some hammers are built in two pieces where you can put a separate handle in if the first one breaks. Other hammers are just all one piece, and those are, when that one's ready to go, you just toss the whole thing. You can't really repair it. And then on the back, you got the claw. You got the claw that grabs on and pulls out nails. And some of these claws are more flat. They're called rip claws. They're meant to rip different boards apart that are nailed together. You can pull them apart. Or this one here has more of a curve. And the bigger the curve, the more leverage you have to pull out nails. The flatter it is, it's easier to rip apart wood. Depends on your purpose. But they're both considered claw hammers, but one is more of a rip claw and one is more curved. A claw, something that has like a claw that's going to grab on, it can rip out a nail, or you can maybe pull some boards apart. So this one here is what they call a claw hammer. Now I have this claw hammer too. They look almost identical. These two, they're about the same size, they're about the same weight. Therefore, a bigger person swinging this. They're all made of steel going up through here, so they're not going to fall apart. They're really well made. The difference, though, is in the face. The faces. This one here has these little waffle shapes up front. See that? See that little waffle there? Cool. And that waffle shape there is meant to give a grip. You know how your tennis shoes have good grips on them so that you don't slip? This right here is so that you can hit big nails outside and it's not going to slip off of the nail very easily. It's going to help grip onto that. This one here, the face is very smooth. So that's a smooth face and it has a claw on the other end. This hammer here is called a finishing hammer. So when you hit something, it's not going to leave a mark. The framing hammer will leave that little waffle mark on the piece of wood. So it depends on what you want to use it for. If you want to be bothered by that little waffle mark, or if you want it smooth, you use a different type of face on your hammer. Now when I use, let's see, where's the framing? Remember the framing one, I'll look for the little waffle mark there. And if I were to bang this really loud, say I'm putting in a big nail, see those little marks there? Cool. That's what a framing hammer leaves. But if I'm creating a finished project where I don't want people seeing the waffle marks all over, I'll use a finishing hammer. Nice smooth face, so when I smack something, boom, you look at the old-fashioned looking floor, or else pounding in cement nails to make it look old-fashioned. It's not going to leave those waffle marks. It's just going to leave possibly a little smooth dents, but that's okay. It's a rustic looking floor. Well, then you got the club hammer. Heavy, heavy, heavy. This is not a claw hammer. It's got a smooth face on each side, and it's really meant to strike an item or break something apart. Let's say you have some furniture you're trying to destroy, or you're trying to break some concrete here or there, some cement. You can use this. The power of Thor. So I also use this when I walk down to the lake to pound in pipes, because I can work it with one hand. When you're using a larger sledgehammer, something that would have, well, here we go. This is going to be a 3-foot, a 36-inch handle. that goes onto this big sledge. That's meant to use with two hands, and you're swinging pretty hard, using this to break up maybe a cement sidewalk that you don't want anymore, or destroy some big furniture that you're just trying to break apart and you're going to burn it or you're going to throw it away. That's really what that's for. This particular sledge head, I use this out at the farm growing up, splitting wood. We would heat the old farmhouse with wood, and we'd go into the barn and we'd use a metal wedge and put it in the top of some wood, and then we'd use this instead of an axe to split that wood into smaller pieces that we could fit into the wood burner. So that's kind of how you use a big sledgehammer. Two hands, you really got to swing that baby. You don't want to use that for any finishing work. It's really meant to bust things apart. Now this one looks like a sledgehammer, but it's not as heavy. It's very light. Remember, you got your sledgehammer, very heavy. It's a mallet. It's a mallet. Many times it's a rubber, plastic end. It's really meant to tap items, move it around, nudge something here or there, not leave a mark. If you're building some furniture and you have some woodwork going on, you don't want to be leaving marks. Many times this will get the job done. Boy, I use this a lot. It's actually gotten a lot of polyurethane on there, and it's old. It's getting all nicked up. Maybe someday I'll replace it, but I like it. It's my mallet. And then this claw hammer, this is about the size that's a good size to have in the house. Something that, when I think about, my wife, she doesn't like to swing these heavy hammers like this. This is a nice size. This is the one where you get maybe the 1 pound head. This hammer here has more of an old fiberglass handle, and up here in the eye, you can see it's starting to break apart. Sometimes some of those pieces of that red fiberglass, it'll chip out of there and come flying out. If that hit me in the eye, that would not be good. So it's time for me to repair this handle. Then if you just want to repair the upholstery on a chair or on a couch, you might want to use a little tack hammer. If you're just trying to pop in little tacks or little braid nails or something else like that, little staples. Very lightweight. When I put it on the scale, it's about 7.5 ounces, but it has a small face. It's not really meant to do any heavy-duty work. That's the purpose. Lightweight, get the job done, don't do any damage beyond that. I made this back in the 1970s. My grade wasn't great because I still remember I did not center this little hole in the very center where I put the handle up into the head. I used a drill press to drill that hole, and I didn't center it perfectly. I was off about 1/16 of an inch, and you can tell when you look at it. But it dropped my grade.
Oh well. Live and learn.
Every tool has a purpose. And so one of the tricks of building something or destroying something is to grab the tool that you need specifically for that purpose. Some tools are really good at one thing, but they're not very good at something else. And it's just like with people. Some of us, we have skills that we're really good at doing one thing, and maybe our friend is really good at doing something else. And when we work together, we can make something pretty special. And we can learn from each other. So hammers are striking tools. They are meant to attach something, or with the claw side, you might be able to rip it apart, or with the sledge, you can smack them apart. Oh, and it's my handy tool set. Open that baby up. How exciting. There's my little claw hammer. Hey, this has been fun. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope to see you soon. Adios. Bye-bye.